With the permission of all the dignitaries, I wish to begin the session. Good evening to one and all present over here. Respected Dr. N.T. Ranga Reddy, sir, Chairman and Managing Director, Legend Technologies India Private Limited, Bangalore, and Chairman, C. Institution of India, Kolkata, Council members of the Institution of Engineers, Kolkata, and corporate members of the Institution of Engineers, India. Dr. D.S. Bormane, Sir, Principal, AISMS College of Engineering, Pune, HODs of all the departments, teaching and non-teaching faculties of all the departments, industry persons and startup owners, dear students, and everyone present here this evening. I, Soumya, welcome you all to today's webinar on entrepreneurship and Atmanirbhar Bharat for Startup India. Devi Saraswati is wisdom and knowledge. So I would like to call upon me for Saraswati Vandana.
या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा.
Thank you so much, Mehika. Now, I would like to call upon Mr. N.P. Marvelous to enlighten the session.
Am I audible clearly?
Yes, sir.
Good evening all, and a warm welcome from AISMS College of Engineering. I, Nitin Maude, Coordinator and a Faculty Advisor, the Institute of Engineers India, Student Chapter ENTC Engineering. Welcome our today's chief guest and keynote speaker, Dr. N.T. Ranga Reddy, sir, Chairman and Managing Director, Legend Technologies India Private Limited, Bangalore, and Chairman, All India Students Committee, AISC, the Institution of Engineers India, Kolkata. All council members of the Institution of Engineers India, the corporate member and student members, all industry persons, and startup owners and other dignitaries present for today's webinar on entrepreneurship and Atmanirbhar Bharat for Startup India. Just for the kind information of today's chief guest, I would like to express the strength of AISMS College of Engineering, Pune, regarding the oldest professional society, the Institution of Engineers India. Sir, we have started 7 student chapters in AISMS College of Engineering, Pune in year 2006-07 in following engineering departments: chemical engineering, civil, computer, electrical, ENTC, mechanical and production engineering. Sir, we have become an institutional member in year 2017. As on today, we have 100 plus corporate members of Institution of Engineers India in AISMS College of Engineering, Pune, and nearly 150 corporate members in AISMS Society. I am really very fortunate to add 500 corporate members from all over Maharashtra state in different engineering divisions under the guidance of Director Membership, the Institution of Engineers India, Kolkata, Dr. S.M. Ali sir. Dr. S.M. Ali sir extended all possible cooperation and help to enroll and register these 500 plus corporate members to IEI. I have also introduced 10 plus institution member to IEI Kolkata and more than 25 student chapter to IEI. Sir, I have delivered expert talks at more than 10 institutes and delivered 10 plus webinars on benefits and privileges of professional student chapters of IEI. Sir, I am very fortunate to privilege to work as an elected AISC faculty advisor member for the 3 terms in the AISC committee. So I was there in 2014-15, 16-17, 19-20. I propose many suggestions for betterment of IEI, including scholarships for merit-based and non-income-based students. Up till now, our institute provides our students, 10 students from our student chapters work in AISC committee, sir, as an elected convener student member. Sir, we have received PG and UG project funding for many projects from the Institution of Engineers India. Sir, during COVID-19, which we have taken a pandemic as an opportunity to serve different stakeholders of society, and we have conducted more than 300 webinars, FDPs, training programs, debate, group discussions, workshop, etc. And we have received 5 lakhs plus participation during COVID-19 from all over India and from 50 plus countries, sir. COVID-19 pandemic given us opportunity to serve society and taught us lots of about engineering and advanced technology. And this webinar is one of the, you can say that case, sir. Sir, our IEI student chapter of ENTC engineering is very active at national level and conducting 100 plus different activities every year as per the bylaws and rules and regulations of the Institution of Engineers India, Kolkata. In our department, we used to motivate and enroll all students to take a membership of IEI and to involve them in different activities and student body form every year. And they work very actively and organize and manage every activities plan in the department of ENTC. So because of a strong support from our management and a constant inspiration, motivation from our beloved principal, Dr. D.S. Bormane sir, and our HOD, Dr. D.G. Balke sir. So we have achieved a strong outcome in IEI student chapter, electronics engineering at a national level. So I'm very happy to share that our IEI student chapter of ENTC engineering is selected consecutively 7 times as a best engineering college student chapter award at national level, sir. And I am very fortunate to work as an faculty advisor of such a active and vibrant student chapter at national level. So, sir, we have applied for hosting of a regional conclave of West Zone to the Institution of Engineers India, Kolkata, and I am damn sure because of our activeness and the past performance, which we are definitely will definitely get a chance to host a regional conclave of West Zone this year, sir. So I'm very happy to share that we have got a huge response from all over India for this webinar, sir. And I'm happy to share that we have got the international entries as well as the other state entries for this webinar, sir. And up till now, we have crossed 2,700 entries, sir. And sir, we are very fortunate to hear your thoughts today. And we know that you are very young and dynamic and continuously working for betterment of Institution of Engineers India, Kolkata, and as a chairman AISC student committee. So with this, sir, I welcome you for this today's webinar and hoping for the best and support in the coming future, sir, from your side. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for motivating all of us. Now, I would like to request Dr. D.G. Bhalke, sir, to kindly address the session.
Okay, thank you, Soumya. I am audible?
Yes, sir.
A very good evening to one and all. I welcome the chief guest of the today's function and the today's resource person, Dr. N.T. Regga Reddy, sir. Then the principal of the college, Dr. D.S. Bormane, the coordinator and the faculty advisor of IEI, Professor Nitin Mawle, then all corporate members, faculty member, and my dear student friends. Today, we have organized entrepreneurship and the Atmanirbhar Bharat for the startup India. So as Mawle sir has rightly said, the Department of Electronics and Telecommunication is actively working for the benefit of the students. We have organized more than 300 webinars on cutting edge technologies. Also, we have organized various webinars which are sensitizing the student toward us the development of the India. And as he has told, the Institution of Engineer student chapter is the most active student chapter in India. As he has rightly mentioned, the consecutively 7 times the Department of Electronics and Telecommunication has won the Best Engineering Chapter Award by the Institution of Engineers India at the national level. So this shows the active participation and the active activities which are going in the department for the benefit of the students as well as for the benefit of the societies. Also, we are running IEEE student branch. We are running IST chapter. We are also running various clubs like the drone club and the robotics club, then the electronics for you skill development center, robotic process automations, and there are many other clubs are there where the students are actively participating and we are providing a platform to showcase their talent with the help of such the professional bodies and the clubs. And accordingly, the students are doing the wonders in the fraternity of engineering and the technology. And as sir has told, our main focus is on the overall development of the student through co-curricular and the extracurricular activities. Apart from that, we are giving more focus on the quality of the student, that is in the academics. So till now, so more than 55 plus students have been secured the ranks in the university position. That shows the quality as well as the quantity, the work which the department as well as the college is taking care of the student for the overall development of the student. And accordingly, the Reddy sir also in the last pandemic situation, he has delivered a very wonderful session. Again, we have invited because basically we are organizing the various webinars as well as the faculty development programs on the government initiatives, on the AICT initiatives, on this institution of engineers initiatives, so that all the stakeholders will be benefited because of such kind of the things. Now, all of you know the entrepreneurship, then the Atmanirbhar Bharat, then the startup. So these are the buzzing words in the today's the era. So we have to move towards the entrepreneurship. We have to move towards the Atmanirbhar Bharat and the Startup India. And we also have conducted many sessions. But as you are being an eminent personality in the field of entrepreneurship, in the field of the Startup India, definitely all the stakeholders will be benefited because of this. And we are conducting only such kind of the sessions where most of the stakeholders will be benefited because of this. And without wasting time, once again, I heartily welcome to you as well as all the corporate members and all the participants for this particular webinar. And I hope all of you will enjoy a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words. Now, I would like to call upon our principal, Dr. D.S. Burmane, sir, to kindly motivate us.
Thank you, Soumya.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, one and all. I, Dr. Burmane D.S., Principal, AISSMS College of Engineering. Welcome today's resource person, Dr. N.T. Rangareddy, sir, Chairman and Managing Director, Legend Technologies India Private Limited, Bangalore, and Chairman AISC, Institute of Engineers India, Kolkata, Dr. D.G. Balke, Head of Department, Mr. Nitin Mawle, Faculty Advisor, corporate members, participants from all over India, and Mawle sir also mentioned there are some participants from outside India also. He is very expert to bring the participants from all globe. I really congratulate Mr. Mawle sir. There are more than 636 participants that just joined. So I will take this opportunity to introduce my institutions to the participants. Those are joined first time. And for Reddy sir also, AISSMS, which is called as All India Sri Shivaji Memorial Society, is established way back in 1917 by His Highness Excellence Sriman Shahu Chhatrapati Maharaj of Kolhapur. And our AISSMS COE started way back in 1992, where we are running 8 UG programs, namely chemical engineering, civil engineering, computer engineering, electrical engineering, electronics and telecommunication, mechanical, and we have 2 industry-oriented programs. There is mechanical sandwich and production sandwich. The beauty of this program is that students are getting opportunity to work in the industry for entire 1 year. So out of 4 years, they are spending 1 year in the industry, and they are really getting good practical exposure and industry environments, and which is really benefited for them to getting good opportunities, maybe in the same industry or in the other industries. We have PG programs also, 7 PG programs. We have research programs in chemical, mechanical, and recently we got recognition for computer engineering also. And because of the strong support of management, especially our Secretary Honorary Sri Maruji Raje Chhatrapati, Joint Secretary Suresh Pratap Shinde, and Treasurer Ajay Patil, they are continuously motivating, supporting, and guiding us and giving opportunity to hold various activities. And with the participation of the staff members, faculty members, and students, we are really doing very well since so many years, and because of which we achieved so many achievements. Just I will mention few of them because we are eager to listen Reddy sir. So I will not take much more time, but it's an opportunity for me to introduce my organization to the participants. Our college is accredited by NAC with A+ grade, and ours was the first college at that time to get A+ grade as per the new format. College is appreciated or awarded Best Professional College by Savitribai Phule Pune University. UGC has recognized our college as a mentor college under Paramas scheme, where we are mentoring 6 different engineering colleges for NAC preparation. Recently, last week, our college is recognized as one of the best colleges as far as placement and internship is concerned. That is a industry institute interaction, because all the departments are playing vital role to have a more industry interaction, and we are conducting various activities. This is today's one of the activities in line with that. And really I appreciate Mr. Mavle. He is very, very active as far as IEI is concerned, and he is very recognized. And every year he's conducting various activities in various departments, and of course, especially in ENTC, and because of which last 7 years we are getting best chapter award for ENTC department. So on this occasion, I congratulate Dr. Balken, Mr. Mavle, and other faculty members, and especially students. And if you see today also, our students are coordinating this program, and we are involving students in each and every activity, and where students are getting exposure, they are getting the experience, and they are really benefited because of this type of interactions. They are interacting with the experts from various domain. And coming to the today's topic, which is entrepreneurship and Atmanirbhar Bharat for Startup India. We at ASSMSU also have developed the ecosystem, and 2-3 groups of our students have started their own startup. One of the group of students is started their company under Section 80L, and really we are providing the guidance to the students, and of course we are getting benefit of expertise like people like you, and it is continuously benefited to the students, because today teaching learning is not at all sufficient for the student. They should have more skill oriented inputs and skill, and that's why organization of such events and participation of the students to various chapters. And Balkis has already mentioned we have different chapters: IEI, IST, IIT, then IEEE, then SE, under which there are various student clubs also, and our management is kind enough to support the students with various activities, not morally but financially also. We are supporting various clubs of the students, and they are doing fantastic. They are participating at international level also, because under SA there are Baha, Supra, EP Cycle, Garud Ashwa. These one where the students are participating aero designing, and the competition is held every year at the USA, and last consecutive 3 years they are participating successfully, getting good rank in that particular. I mean to say that there is a good culture and ecosystem where students are getting a benefit. And as far as this entrepreneurship and startup is concerned, our students are already working in this, but I hope today many more students will be motivated, and I request and appeal Reddy sir to motivate our students and faculty for more and more towards this startup initiative, which is already there, which should be again accelerated and strengthened more and more. So once again, I welcome sir and thank you for sparing your valuable time for our students and stakeholders, which are continuously joining, and really appreciate Mavle for taking a lot of efforts to bring more and more participants for this particular webinar. Thank you. Soumya.
Thank you so much, sir, for your profound words. Atmanirbhar Bharat is a new mission started by our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, sir, to support startups and to aid our country out of the coronavirus crisis by making us self-reliant. To guide us more about this, we have Dr. N.T. Ranga Reddy, sir, with us today. I would like to take this opportunity to virtually felicitate our chief guest, Dr. N.T. Ranga Reddy, sir, from behalf of AISSMS College of Engineering, Pune. Welcome, sir. Now, I would like to call upon Mrs. V.S. Navle ma'am to kindly introduce our chief guest to our audience.
Thank you, Soumya. It's my privilege to introduce Dr. N.T. Ranga Reddy, sir, Chairman and Managing Director, Legend Technologies Private Limited. Dr. N.T. Ranga Reddy is a technocrat and industrialist with more than 30 years of experience in the field of aerospace design, manufacturing, assembly, and tool manufacturing. His expertise also spans SPM design and manufacturing, test rigs manufacturing, and commissioning for innumerable aerospace projects in India. After completing his MTech in tool design from CITT Hyderabad, Dr. N.T. Ranga Reddy began his career with HAL Bangalore in 1986. He then went on to begin his own venture, Legend Designers, Mysore in 1992, which specializes in tooling and manufacturing of SPMs, aerospace structures, assembly jigs, and slip rings. In 1998, he founded Legend Technologies India Private Limited, Bangalore, a company that offers design and fabrication of aerospace assembly jigs and structures. He also founded two other companies in Bangalore. He is a director of Synchrony Medicals India Private Limited, an innovative tissue engineering company. He is CEO, founder, director of NT Innovations Private Limited, an engineering services and center of excellence in composites. I once again welcome you, sir. Thank you so much. Over to you, Soumya.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, I would like to request Dr. N.T. Ranga Reddy, sir, to kindly address the session.
Namaskar. Good evening to all my dear friends and respected principal, Dr. D.S. Boramane sir, and his most and we convener HOD Dr. V.G. Balke sir, and very active on my very dynamic professor Nitin Mawle, a good friend of mine, and he is a flag bearer of Institution of Engineers student chapters in all over India. My council members, corporate members, student chapter members, respected faculty, and all the future wealth creators of this great country, Mahabharat. Once again, I welcome you all, and I would like to thank Professor V.S. Navale for introducing me for all of you. And before going for the subject, I would like to recognize all my council members who are presented here. Muta sir from Nasik and other friends from Hyderabad, and I welcome you all for this meeting, sir. And I was just going through your college lecture, and I would like to again congratulate and compliment the college management, especially your principal, sir, for taking a great leadership, bringing this college to the very greater heights. And he is a principal and also a mentor. And recently, the whole India elected him as a EC member for the another best professional body in India. And I was just going through your website. I think I was the 2-3 things which is very relevant for me, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank for giving me to come and interact with you all this second time in the 2 years. I think this opportunity makes people like us to go through the drawing boards and read something and make presentations to get ready to interact with our young and very, very intelligent community of faculty. So this gives an opportunity to learn myself and interact with you. And your SSMS and my industry entrepreneur journey started in the same year, that is 1992. So we are you are traveling in a very great speed and bringing a lot of laurel to this country. And you also have a startup and innovation cell. So I don't want to need not to give that too brief in the depth that what is a startup and innovation to be taught for all your students. And I also I saw your wonderful iConnect Industry Institute programs, and I appreciate one goal of your college to develop entrepreneurship skills is one of the goal of your college when you open it comes in the.
Thank you, sir.
mission of your country is very interesting. This is a way whole country and our Prime Minister Modi ji bhi abhi bol rahe the, though we have to create a national wealth through education and research. I think your college mission is shoots for the coming generations, and the whole country leadership also looking for that we have to be create the national wealth for our country for improvements there. And as I mentioned, my great friend Nitin Mawale sir, I think we last week we had a meeting about our All India Student Committee, and Western India regional conclave has been awarded to your college. So I take this opportunity, letter getting for you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And we, as I said, we are the largest professional body in India, and you're all known. We are the oldest, largest, having 15 branches spread over 122 centers. The institution doesn't need an introduction, but I am very sure that your college and your student chapters are really a flag bearer of in the Western India, and I would take this opportunity to appreciate and look forward your support. And we are all, as an institution of engineers body, will come forward whatever help required. And we also had a funding session conclave, so we are sure we can help you to make a better regional conclave in Western India. And I would like to share my screen now, if you give a permission. Can I share? You are able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Soumya. Soumya is my daughter's name, so thank you, Soumya, for getting into that. Again, I take this opportunity to welcome all the younger future wealth creators of this great country. And as I said, we are talking about entrepreneurship and Atmanirbhar Bharat for a startup India. And I take this opportunity to thank my Institution of Engineers by giving a meeting all the future wealth creators of this great country. And my topic will go for a 45 to 50 minutes, and we'll be talking about on entrepreneurship, types of entrepreneurship. Then we'll go for a startup India and the challenges in startup India. And especially would like to cover more on a types of entrepreneurship and the fundraising schemes, which is the most important for most of the younger generations. What is the things are happening here? And I'll go to the end of the day, which is my most favorite subject. And we are Atmanirbhar Bharat, which we are live day and as a defense company. We got a lot of projects which are involved in Atmanirbhar Bharat. And after the conclusion, we can open for a question answer sessions. So then I'll try to answer how many, as best possible, how many questions you ask. And as already introduced by your professor, I run in a company's Legend Technology. This is aerospace defense company. We are manufacturing aerospace structures and precision slip rings. Recently, we have also started a first time ultra light helicopter in India. It is signed with the Defense Ministry agreement is signed, and that is called Indian ultralight helicopter. This will be going to be first static display will be done next Aero India. And we have an engineering service company, Int Innovations Private Limited. We are in the design, simulation, reverse engineering, and especially composite design and prototyping. And Synchrony Medical is another interesting product development company for a bioresorbable implants, especially meant for this is the first product which is available in the world, and we are just a technology transfer from Singapore to supply these products for all applications in neuro and maxillofacial surgeons here. And we're just coming to the entrepreneurship. As I said, your college is already entrepreneurship cell is there. You'll be knowing, and this may be just refreshing for all of our younger friends. What is an entrepreneurship, and who will be called as an entrepreneur, and why we should do an entrepreneurship? I think what types of entrepreneurships are available in India and for all applicable for all of us. What are the characteristics as an entrepreneur? What is an entrepreneurship? I think this is the one which most of our we talk more, and when you come entrepreneurship, I just would like to mention when we started entrepreneurship journey in '92, it was almost like a entrepreneurship is only meant for the generation where the back bench students, it has to be taken as that. Even though If somebody says I am starting an entrepreneurship, even I worked for 6 years after my post-graduation. I went to a financial organization for a funding. They say, what is the problem? Why you left a public sector job? And at that time, it was almost like if you don't get a public sector job, if you don't get a corporate job, if you are not a government job, then the last option was entrepreneurship. But now things have been changing now, and it is not the scene today. And I can say all the entrepreneurship has come to the level for the first bench guys who are the most dedicated and hardworking students are preferring first entrepreneurship, then go for a job and work for other sectors there. And the process of designing and launching and running a new business, it is called an entrepreneurship. The capacity and willingness to develop, organize, and manage a business venture along with any of its risks in order to make a profit. Now, who is an entrepreneur? Normally, when we just say who an entrepreneur, who envisages, creates, and evangelizes an idea that they are absolutely crazy about it. And entrepreneurs, this is the one we have to remember. When somebody says no, it is not possible, or it is something cannot be done, there is an entrepreneurship will enter. He says he will find a better way, and they are continuously learning and growing, reaching and higher there. Entrepreneurship is the most wealth creator of this social system there, and it is also lifestyle is not bound by 9 to 5 job, which I was enjoying 6 years in HL. As a campus recruit, I was in HL Bangalore, working there for 5.5 years. So it was very cushy job and very lovely job which I was there. And we will you have to work hard. There is a much more flexibility to the entrepreneurial lifestyle than traditional 9 to 5 and 2 weeks of vacation time that corporate life permits. Increase your business and entrepreneurial potential by focusing on business knowledge, financial skills, career exploration, and relationships, and many more aspects. Here there is a types of entrepreneurship is there. Most of the time, entrepreneurship is only taken as a private entrepreneurship or independent entrepreneurships. But we are this is the normal in the latest areas. The entrepreneurship is covered as a corporate entrepreneurship and a private or independent entrepreneurship, social entrepreneurship, public sector entrepreneurship, and academic entrepreneurship. Here I would like to just brief little because this is a subject most of our students has to take it as and they should know. This is especially when you come to the social entrepreneurship, we start this type of entrepreneurship focuses on producing product and services that resolve social needs and problems. Their only motto and goal is to work for society and not make any profits. If you see a lot of the successful entrepreneurs, when they even from the other countries, most of the people in Bangalore running the social entrepreneurships here, they have made a lot of good amount of money in the years while working. They have disposed their companies. They came to Bangalore and a social organization they have done. And a lot of successful social entrepreneurship is going on in Bangalore. Academic entrepreneurship, this is a very is known as a university third mission, and the concept reflects the need to bring academia and the private sector R&D close together. It is about boosting the economic value of processes of transfer and application of knowledge between the university and business fabric. The business activity of academic community, including students, graduate students, alumni, and research workers, as a result of which the university begins to operate on a commercial basis, acting as a seller of a certain goods and services, such as specialized courses on modern technology. Most of the time now the corporates are looking for academic entrepreneurships and they give a challenges, especially it is initially it was only meant for a top rank university and institution, but it is now coming to the most of the colleges there. This academic entrepreneurship is also becoming a very familiar and famous. And even the third one is the corporate entrepreneurship. Corporate entrepreneurship is called intrapreneurship. This has become a very latest trend in all the corporates. Is a process used to develop new business products, services, or processes inside an existing organization, create a value and generate new revenue growth through entrepreneurial thought and action. If you just say the entrepreneur need not be the college fresh out, he should start an entrepreneur. People are there working in a corporate sector, and even corporates are giving an opportunity for the idea and a bright people who are working there to come with an idea. They'll become an entrepreneur and they'll be supported by the corporates with all their what is the required their funding or a materials or a manpower side. So that's the one of the way most of the corporates are slowly developing the entrepreneurship in their own organizations. And the fourth one comes to public entrepreneurship. This public entrepreneurship is a process of introducing innovation, the generation and implementation of new ideas. In the public sector, building on the definition and drawing from a logical tree, four types of public sector entrepreneurs are identified. One is a policy entrepreneurs, bureaucratic entrepreneurs, executive entrepreneurs, and political entrepreneurs. Policy entrepreneurs outside the formal position of a government introduce and felicitate the implementation of new ideas into the public sector. Bureaucratic entrepreneurs occupy non-leadership positions in government and introduce and implement new ideas from their particular vantage point in public organizations. Executive entrepreneurs from their leadership positions in governmental agencies and departments generate and implement new ideas. And finally, political entrepreneurs introduce and implement new ideas as a holders of elective office. Private entrepreneurship is a self-employed person. Most of the time we talk entrepreneurship, you will only talk as a private entrepreneurship or self-employed person. You can easily engage in small-scale business activities, mainly based on your own work input. Private entrepreneurship is the lightest and simplest company form. It is also easy, fast, and inexpensive to set up. As a private entrepreneur, you can engage in business activities alone, with your spouse or with your children or grandchildren or your friends and all the people. It is a private entrepreneurship will be done there. And we all these entrepreneurships at a certain age of time, and anybody can be entrepreneur at any age and any occupation or any other places where you are working there. And this characteristic of entrepreneurship is I think already most of the places you read this and you will get it. And you should be highly committed, and you should have a lot of resilience to withstand, and you should have an objectivity for your product and your business idea. Resourcefulness is one of the main thing for any entrepreneurship to be successful. You should be adaptive and very flexible. You should be proactive before the challenge comes, or before anything you should be in a proactive to see and it should be overcome. You should be more dependable. That is a very tough one of the most thing for entrepreneur success is a trust and effective planning skills. You should have there. Another most of the things every time I just go and tell everybody, you may have funding, you may have all the characteristics of resourcefulness, you are a proactive, and you have effective planning skills. But one thing, if you don't have this, I think you will not be a successful entrepreneur. First thing is self-belief, and there will not be any self-doubt. Believing in yourself is the first secret to the success. And because most of the entrepreneurs in the journey life of, for me, for a 2.5 almost 3 decades, every time we get a doubt whether we will go through or will be successful or this project will come up or doesn't come up. Unless you have your own self-confidence and you believe in yourself, you can do, and you will not be a successful entrepreneur. So believe in yourself and start anything. And in your innovation or your knowledge and the business planning and team building, leadership wise, and the risk tolerances, all will come as long as you believe in yourself, and you will be a successful entrepreneur. And this is the just I want to put a slide, because most of the time recently Niti Aayog has conducted this survey, and here I just want to bring, because after next 3 years they were looking for the what is going to what the normally the students are who are studying in urban area or semi-urban area, rural areas, what is their priorities on which area they would like to work. And will not take much time, but if we just see here percentage wise, in the most of the people, the rural wants to work in a government, and the semi-urban wants to be part of little 80%, and the urban students or urban upcoming younger generation would like to be more, not to that much of the government if you go to percentage is concerned. And self-employed wise, you come, the very interesting statistics is semi-urban want to be the self-employed compared to your urban, and compared to your little rural side. Urban always would like to say private sector, and they want to be the more in the private sector compared to the semi-urban and rural students. And here the urban leads into the family occupation. Most of the time urban is the people who stay already, their family has been settled in the businesses, or they might have established their own service industry or product industry, so they would like to be the part of it. and that doesn't come for a rural because there's nothing like a family occupation they can take it and do. And a semi-urban is a very less percentage. Higher education, again, the rural always preferring and going for higher education equal to the urban, but semi-rural, semi-urban goes not much to the this one there. As a homemaker, it is a urban wants to be the more than rural or semi-urban there. This again that there is a lot of survey has been done. They say why entrepreneurship is limited by what are the factors in India, and most of the time you just see. I think this everybody tells, even if you don't ask, that your startup capital is one of the 98%. Entrepreneurs or future entrepreneurs would say they have a challenge in startup capital, and 98%. The next level goes to the skills. I think 80% of the people say the skill is one of the major challenge to become a successful or limiting factors for them to be entrepreneurship. And experience around 60%, implementation skills, and the confidence wise they have enough confidence. So and they have wonderful ideas. It is not a challenge of idea, it is not a challenge of confidence. And you have always the skills, and the next is a startup capital is one of the major limiting factors in India to be an entrepreneurship to start. And especially for these all our economically backward, the rich people, they got enough. Your startup capital is not a challenge. They need not to come to the market or ask anybody. They can take their own and do that. And the skills automatically comes because they're affordable to gain the skills and start entrepreneurship. And the startup India is, as I said, it is one of the greatest buzzword. Our Professor Mawale was telling, and the startup India has started in 2015 with some of the rules. Maybe now the latest in 2020 there is the definition of a startup it has become, and the startup India or a stand up India is one of the slogan. Here, I would like to great. I would like to give a lot of compliments, especially our Prime Minister Modi ji, because we were entrepreneurs for years where it was not given any glamour to be an entrepreneur, or it was not motivated to be an entrepreneur unless you got a self-interest or you want to be an entrepreneur, your own decision. But now if it is taken a media support or you taken the society support, or you say in colleges or anywhere, the startup India, he has given us such a boost for all the people in the society. Unless you accepted by the society or your financial institutions, or even in the glamour what it creates to be entrepreneur, and most of the people who are behind to take a start and enter into entrepreneurship to the work. And here you see the definition of a startup. I think these are the latest updations. It was a previously it was a 5 years before that. If you start or if you are more than 5 years old, you will not be called a startup. But latest definition, it has become changed to up to if you are not crossed more than 10 years of age, still you will be called as a startup company. And if you are having the innovation, development or commercialization of any technology and to generate or to an employment generation, you will be called in the startup area company. And your turnover should not exceed 100 crores for the cumulative of for the 10 years. So whenever you process more than 25 crores in one subsequent year, then your startup definition will come in, not into that. It can be a private limited company, or it can be a partnership firm, or it can be limited LLP, or it can be a normal your owner based company. All will come under as a startup definition. I see startups, quote and unquote, Prime Minister Modi ji ka statement. I see startups, technology and innovation as exciting and effective instruments for India's transformation. And this is the startup structure wise. Then it goes in an innovative idea you start. I think a lot of ideas for the latest generation. You have wonderful ideas. Then you think of in a structure, and you just see whether how much you can scalable idea it is to be done, and you prepare a business plan, and you find the people for it is a viable. I think then the fund is not a challenge, and that's where the startup India talks. So funding will be automatically come, and the startup, if you have this basic 6 things: idea, structure, scalable, a plan for a business, and it is a market is there in the for the same product, and the funding automatically comes into that. And the ecosystem in India, I think it is a very positive way in the recent for last almost a decade, or it is almost very becoming a very favorable for last 5 to 8 years. And there is a lot of support organization for a startup companies. There is a big companies are coming forward. You may be seeing even Tata's, even the personal funding and the big successful entrepreneurs himself are they are funding into the startup systems. You have a universities got a startup funding and they are coming with the grants to certain amount. Then they are also giving a very soft loans to students who come with better ideas to start university in the same university campuses. You have a funding organizations are available plenty in now, and you have a service providers, research organizations are there to give an idea and see that you can go with your startup idea and start there. And the ecosystem in India is one of the most favorable, you can say, for especially for startup coming there in Indian present system. It may be in ideas or inventions and research. Startup at various stages you can get a support, and a lot of entrepreneurs are there to give a support for even other startups. A startup team members you can develop there, investors, mentors, advisors, and other entrepreneurial people and people from related organizations. If you just see the Indian current houses of world's third largest startup ecosystem, this is the one. We are almost a third largest startup ecosystem. I think that's where we stand now. You have to just see 38 firms for being valued at 1 billion. For a younger generation, 1 billion you can take as a 7,400 crores. So $1 billion. So most of the places we have mentioned as a dollar because we are almost compare with other world where every company is valued in the billion of dollars. So dollars in the value we have taken. And what is known as a unicorns, and just 38 firms valued at over 1 billion are as a unicorns in 2020. The country minted around 12 such unicorns despite the disruption to the economy caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. And here I think you may be seeing in the latest news, and Zomato and Paytm is going for IPO at any time, and they are almost raising maybe more than $1 billion from the stock market. Government has recognized 41,061 startups as on December 23rd in 2020, according to the Economic Survey 2021, tabled in Parliament on Friday. Of these, more than 39,000 startups have reported 4,70,000 jobs, the survey said, without disclosing the details. I think this is a way it shows a lot of motivation for the people who would like to be yet to start or thinking to start, or we are already in the process of startup. You have a lot of positive vibes, and the lot of support system is available for all of us. And you can see the lot of people who are role models who have grown so big and making a value at only 38 firms for $1 billion. And the startup box here, I just mentioning one incubation center because most of the startup policies they have taken as a successful journey by IIT Madras Incubation Cell. And here IIT Madras set up centers to study Indian startup ecosystem. They have started even launched a center for research and startup and risk financing to kick off research in the field of innovation, entrepreneurship and risk capital, particularly in the startup sector of India. And the startups just incubated by the IIT Madras have generated a revenue of 433 crore during the financial year 2019 and 20. The IITM has incubated 240 startups so far, which are together valued over 11,000 crores. This success story has been taken as an example. I think government has come with a lot of schemes for other IITs, other institutes, other engineering colleges, and a lot of places they want to simulate, they want to typical center of entrepreneurship to be worked in other colleges. As you said, the incubation cell goes for your business plans, so the management and team building, innovation, performance, profit, and all other issues shown in the slide. And what are the normal challenges faced by the startups? And normally it is a planning, the correct planning of your product and idea and taking to the market. The whatever planning you have done, go for an execution level. What exactly the planning you have done, execution is happening. And the third, the most important, customer acquisition and return. Once you get into the customer and customers are increasing, and see that no customer leave you and go, and that's the way your start growth is happening. And the third, keeping a human resources, especially is one of the most challenging job. Next to the fundraising is keeping one of the talented, very energetic human resources too for your startup to be successful. and another toughest is a fundraising. And most of the time, the slide, I hope you are able to see that 10 reasons for a startup failures, they have just circulated and seen. So it is not an apart, but where are the challenges we are facing? This is when you say, because of the reasons we have a companies or startups are getting into the problems, or they are not able to come out, or some of the people are getting stopping there and do that. So most of the time, 28% says they are run out of the cash. That's where I said one of the toughest job is where how to manage your funding. And the business model is not viable. Some of the startups, which is around 26%, is the why the startups have been failed. The business model is not a correct one which they selected, and it is not available at a particular time. And it didn't get enough traction. Around 80%, 18% of the startups outcompeted. This happens in any market. Any situation changes, even though your idea is a wonderful, you can be in a very nicely, the product is there, but you are outcompeted by some other product, or the technology has become outdated, or some new invention has come. So that you make you startups having a challenge. That is another 13%. Financial or investor interest. Sometimes a first time investor will come, second time, but the A and B, third time investor may not be showing the interest. So that is some of the challenges where some startups are facing. And the product issues around 12%, and the cost issues and other things are only the 7%. These are the points which any startup to be seen, that where we should be careful, and where we should have been double assured that our startup and nothing will not go into the negative side. We will be becoming successful by taking all the precautions in what the mention has been done here: planning, execution, customer acquisition, retention, human resources, and fundraising. And especially here, the fundraising is the most. I would like to take few minutes to see that there is we have a bootstrapping fundraising, and we have a crowdfunding, get an annual funding, venture capitals, funding from business incubators, raise money through banks, and raise funds to winning contests and government supports. Here, I would like to just say, I think most of the people will be knowing what is a bootstrapping a startup. It is nothing but a self-funding, also known as a bootstrapping, is an effective way of a startup financing. And especially when you are just starting your business, first-time entrepreneurs often have trouble getting fund without showing some traction and a plan of potential success. You can invest from your own savings, or can get your family and friends to contribute. This will be easy to raise due to less formalities and compliances, plus less cost of raising. In most situations, family and friends are flexible with interest rates. So this is the most of the time, 90% of the startups always will go for a bootstrapping for the first stage of fundraising. Self-funding or a bootstrapping should be considered as the first funding option, because it is its own advantages. When you have your own money, or you are tied to business, on a later stage, investors consider this as a good point. But this is a suitable only if the initial requirement is small. Some business need money right from the day one. For such businesses, bootstrapping may not be a good option. Then you go to the crowdfunding. I think this is one of the latest younger generation has found a interesting funding option. Crowdfunding is one of the newer ways of funding a startup that has been gaining a lot of popularity lately. It is like taking a loan, pre-order, contribution, or investments from the more than one person at the same time. This is how crowdfunding works. A entrepreneur will put up a detailed description of his business on a crowdfunding platform. He will mention the goals of his business, plans for making a profit, how much fund he needs and for what reasons, etc. And then consumer can read about the business and give money if they like the idea. Those giving money will make online pledges with the promise of pre-buying the product or giving a donation. Anyone can contribute money toward helping a business that they really believe in. Some popular crowdfunding sites in India are Indiegogo, Wishberry, Ketto, Fundline, and Catapult. And in US, there is a very successful crowdfunding agencies are Kickstarter, Rocket Hub, Dream Funded, One Invest, and GoFundMe are popular crowdfunding platforms in US. And next is a get an angel investment in startup. So angel investors are individuals with a surplus cash and a keen interest to invest in upcoming startups. We have a lot of angel investors in India now. They also work in groups or networks to collectively screen the proposals before investing. They can also offer mentoring and advising alongside capital. These all the angel investors are most of successful entrepreneurs. They have formed a team of successful entrepreneurs made an angle investment fund. They are becoming an angle investors for the upcoming startup companies. Angle investors have helped to start many prominent companies, including Google, Yahoo, and Alibaba. The alternative form of investing generally occurs in a company early stages of growth, with investors expecting up to 30% of equity. They prefer to take more risk in investment for higher returns. Angle investment as a funding option has its shortcomings too. Angle investors invest lesser amounts than venture capitalists. The next point, when you come to venture capitalists, we can talk. Here is a list of popular investors in India in Indian Angle Network, Mumbai Angles, and Hyderabad Angles. Also, check out the list of individual angle investors in India. Some of the active angle investors have invested in many successful startups in India. And go to the next point is venture capital for our business. There is where you make a big bets. Venture capitalists are professionally managed funds who invest in companies that have huge potential. They usually invest in a business against equity and exit when there is an IPO or an acquisition. Venture capitalists provide expertise, mentorship, and acts as a litmus test for where the organization is going, evaluating the business from sustainability and scalability point of view. However, there are a few downsides to venture capitalists as a funding option. VCs have a short leash when it comes to company loyalty and often look to recover the investment within 3 to 5 years time window. A venture capital investment may be appropriate for a small business that are beyond the startup phase and already generating revenues. Fast growth companies like a Flipkart or Uber, etc., with an exit strategy already in place, can gain up to tens of millions of dollars that can be used to invest, network, and grow their company. They typically look for a larger opportunities that are a little bit more stable. Companies having a strong team of people, a good traction, you also have to be flexible with your business and sometimes give up a little bit more capital. Then the next is get funding from a business incubation accelerator. This is a very you all will be knowing because your college you have a business incubators and an accelerators. Early stage business can consider an incubator and an accelerator program as a funding option. Found in almost every major city, these programs assist hundreds of startup businesses in every year. Though used interchangeably, there are a few fundamental differences between the two terms. Incubators are like a parent to a child who nurture the business, providing shelter, tools, and training, and network to a business. Accelerators, so many are less the same thing, but an incubator helps assist nurtures while accelerator helps to run a giant leap. This program normally takes 4 to 8 months and require time commitment from the business owners. You will also be able to make good connections with mentors, investors, and other fellow startups using this platform. In the company's US, the best successful for incubator and accelerators are like a Dropbox, and Airbnb started with an accelerator Y Combinator, and here a top 10 incubators are in US. Popularly in India, there is Amity Innovation Incubator, Angle Prime, CIIE, Ion Business Incubator, Will Grow, Startup Village, and TL Labs. Popular business accounting software ProfitBooks also is a part of a Washington-based accelerator, Village Capital. And this is more information on the funding options are available. And another one interesting funding people are finding younger generation is the raising funds by winning contests. An increase in the number of contests have tremendously helped to maximize the opportunities for a fundraising. It encourages entrepreneurs with the business leads, ideas to set up their own business. In such competition, you either have to build a product or prepare a business plan. Winning these competitions can also get you some media coverage. We at ProfitBooks benefited a lot when we are regional finalists in Microsoft WizSparks in 2013, won Hot 100 Startup Award in 2014. Some of the popular startup contests in India are NASSCOM's 10,000 Startups, Microsoft WizSparks, Conquest, Next Biz Idea Contest, and Let's Ignite. Check out the latest startup programs and contests in your area. Here is a business plan competitors are there. In another very traditional way which we did it is raise money through bank and loans. is normally banks the first place that entrepreneurs go when thinking about funding. The bank provides two kinds of financing and for a business. One is a working capital loan and other is funding. Working capital loan is loan required for your to run one complete cycle of your revenue generating operations, and the limit is usually decided by your hypothecating your stocks and debtors. Funding from bank would involve your usual process for sharing business plan, valuation details along with the project report based on the loan sanction. And a lot of SME are now getting, a lot of banks are there, leading Indian banks like Bank of Baroda, HDFC, ICICI, Axis banks. There are a lot of options are there for SMEs. Collateral free loans are given now, and you can really get working capital loans in India. You can find a lot of available resources in every banking website. You will get into that. And the incentives wise, I would like to, there is a lot of incentives are there, the startups, and here I've just kept it highest funded startups, which is especially we are mentioning the Swiggy is 1310 is dollars. It is mentioned in $1 million. It is almost comes around 9,000 crores, and this will with 1,000 million it become around 7,400 crores if you say Oyo. And these are all the latest. I think most of the younger generation you see every day in the press covered and media covered, and a lot of articles will come everywhere. You have a 10 highest funded startups in India. They have raised, you see the total fund they have raised in the latest one, CureFit, and you have a Grey Orange, Robotics, Policy Bazaar, online insurance, Find Labs, Udan e-commerce, Zomato food delivery, Paytm, Byju's online education, Oyo, even everybody. If you see a lot of your cinema stars, cricketers, and rich people or high net worth individuals are invested. Most of these companies and the startup companies, which they raise the funds from most of the high net worth individuals in India. And if a startup incentives comes, I will not take much time, but you can definitely find this information in your wherever you search. You have a need-based assistance is given, and marketing assistance in organizations are there from the government side for all your products and services. Monthly allowance is given in a special cases for startups at few of the special areas. And the reimbursement of intellectual property, this is one of the best area where Indians lack a lot. And even if you see the world intellectual properties and what we do, IP rights is very minimal in India, but now a lot of boost. You find your own idea, you can do a IP registration here, government almost reimburse 100% back. And a stamp duty for your projects, registrations, loans, or any agreements, your land acquisitions, assets, you're fully exempted. National and international events, you can participate free of cost. You are given a lot of subsidized marketing there. Reimbursement of your GST for the first 5 years is there. So there is a lot of incentives the government has given in a startup companies there. And in this another interesting point, I just want to mention earlier Pune. Pune is become the 5th startup, highest startups in India. Pune city, if you, Bangalore is where we live, is highest. If total startups Indian, Bangalore, the next go to Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and Pune is the 5th city where your college is stationed. And if you see the segments of startups in all the places, mobile apps are almost takes 19% in startups. Web developments are 13%. Education, latest is a Byju and other things have in the top ranking, and it is growing 13%. E-commerce is a 13%. Social entrepreneurs are 10%. Healthcare, online, hyper-local, travel, and food. And all these startups in the revision, almost everybody is in the line except mobile app and education and web are little higher into that. And Bangalore startups and Pune is almost reaching and is the 5th largest startup cities in India. And industrial market survey was done from 20 to 27, and there is a lot of prospects. If you see the graphs 19 to 2027, maybe the growth of a industrial growth is going to be projected as automotives or plastic, rubber the second stage, food and beverages is the third, pharmaceutical and cosmetics, electrical and electronics, and metals and machinery, precision engineering and optics, and others. Every year the growth is there in every sector, and we look for all these industrial markets where this 8 areas wise defined is growing, and almost it grows around 20 to 25% on year to year. And another one interesting, this is for a most attractive for especially younger generations, is artificial intelligence. This comes on Industry 4.0 or Industry 5.0, which is the future of all the developments is becoming artificial intelligence, and the intelligent market, AI market is projected as 89.8 by 2020 billion dollars. So it's almost like 90 into around 60,000 crores of in Indian currency. This is for an Indian market. Estimated size artificial intelligence market in India is growing from 16 to now we are somewhere in 25.9 billion. It will go around 89.8 billion by 2025. This is upcoming, and most all the branches together can make an artificial intelligence. Especially this will go to your branch very specially how to make an artificial intelligence projects to work into that. The startup registration is very simple. There is a 7-step startup registration can be done. First is incorporate your business, whether private or LLP or a partnership companies. Or then you register with a Startup India. You can enter there and register. Then get a DPIIT recognition. Then recognition application will be applied. Documents for registration, online recognition number we get. Then other areas. So that Startup India nowadays. Previously, when I registered a company, we took almost 1 month to get all the clearances, paper signing, and every department. Now online, you will get maybe 1.5 or 2 hours. You can do all the formalities if all documents are kept ready to register a company or in Startup India or any other scheme. And then is will become a Stand-up India there. And these are the things just to mention that now how India has generated the virtual reality, what is the companies who have grown billions of dollars in our Indian there. If you see the Flipkart, and don't take this IIT Delhi, and most of the time you get only IITs, but I can show you some of the big companies who are not from IITs or you are not from the NITs. They are all from the colleges and other places. They have come up. They have done a great. But these are just their funding has been started. Flipkart, Sachin Bansal, Vinny, Snapdeal, Inmobi, Ola, Zomato, Musicma, and Paytm. And here, all these people have made a lot of impact, and they have become like a virtual heroes of, especially in the startup companies, how they have grown and how much wealth they created in our country. It is called as a unicorn club. Out of, I just telling 38, we are almost 12 in India itself, a unicorn club joined. And Startup India is taken as a revolution here and a flagship initiative of a government of India intended to build a strong ecosystem for nurturing innovation and startups in the country that will drive sustainable economic growth and generate large-scale employment opportunities. In order to meet the objectives of the initiatives, Government of India announced this action plan that addresses all aspects of the startup ecosystem. The most effective campaign which will create more job opportunities for Indian youth. The scheme will directly help people in their own successful entrepreneurship. It will help our country show the talent of youth through their innovative business across the world. And I just want to touch before concluding Atmanirbhar Bharat. I think this is another very, very effectively used, and every day we get a one word, self-reliant and Atmanirbhar Bharat. And this is where our business comes, and we are the most part of this Atmanirbhar Bharat schemes for last 2-3 years. And maybe you might have heard in the recently there is a second list has come, and we call it as India banned 101 item 1.5 year back, and 15 days back again Indian defense has government has banned another 101 items not to get imported at certain date. So most of these items which we have given, light combat aircraft or helicopters, transport aircraft, fixed wing mini, all these products is few are the products out of 101 defense items. They were banned not to come into the India, or nobody can import these products from 2021 December, and including the Rastra MKB and visual range air-to-air missiles. And why such a decision is done? Most of the time people talk what is Atmanirbhar Bharat and why this is given so much importance, and most of the time Prime Minister speak or Defense Minister announces, and what is an impact. And this is why a decision has been taken is here India they want to reduce imports and boost exports. I think you are all aware that India is the second largest importer from 2014 and 2019 with a 16.75 billion worth of imports. And this is a maximum of our foreign exchange will go just because we are importing around $17 billion. The government has been hoping that the defense manufacturing sector can play a leading role in boosting the economy, not just for the domestic market, but to become an exporter as well. And another point is boost domestic industry. Government has estimated that contract rupees of 4 lakh crores will be placed upon the domestic industry by denying the possibility of importing the items on the negative list. The domestic industry is given the opportunity to step up, manufacture them for the need to force. To achieve defense production target is 16% of GDP and 25% of GDP. And this is a word, self-reliant is the translation of English from Atmanirbhar Bharat. The government is eyeing turnover of around 1.75 lakh crores, that is equivalent to $25 billion in defense manufacturing by 2025 as a part of this ban. To energize Indian domestic industry under Make in India and self-reliant in all the senses. Atmanirbhar Bharat has been started by on 12th May 2020. Our PM raised a clarion call to the nation, giving a kickstart to the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan and announced the special economic comprehensive package of 20 lakh crores equivalent to 10% of Indian GDP. The aim is to make the country and its citizens independent and self-reliant in all senses. He further outlined 5 pillars of Atmanirbhar Bharat: your economy, infrastructure, system, vibrant democracy, and demand. And why Atmanirbhar Bharat matters for all of us. And this is the most important 5 pillars of a self-reliant India. Whether it is in economy, a quantum jump, it has to become not an incremental changes. Infrastructure that represents a modern India. System technology driven. Now you have seen everything digital India, and most of the systems are from Aadhaar card everywhere, or including your Covaxin, or your all the vaccination system is a technology driven. Demography, vibrant democracy of the largest demography of the largest democracy. Full utilization of power of demand and supply. And Atmanirbhar Bharat, as I said, 20 lakh crores or 10% of GDP package has been given. Focus on land, labor, liquidity loss. Unless these all the things done, an ecosystem cannot be built for an industry or in the growth of our country. To cater to the laborers, middle class, cottage industry, MSME, and industries, among others. And the reforms have been already started across sectors will drive country push towards self-reliance. Supply chain reforms or agriculture, it has been implemented. Rational tax systems as one country, one tax, GST. Simple and clear laws, capable human resource development, strong financial system. It is a time to become a vocal for our local products and make them a global. And Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme will run under the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Health, and Ministry of Electronics and IT. It was launched to encourage young Indians to step into self-development through their talent and knowledge. The main reason behind this scheme was COVID-19, in which many people lost their jobs and laborers went to that. And the final, before we close, this is the final slide. Normally in entrepreneurship, you want to be an entrepreneur. The simple is identify opportunities, overcome challenges, find resources, execute in right way. That is what Startup India says. As I said, we get an idea of your survey for almost in the initially from startup group insights, inventory of available assets. You can take into that agreed assumptions, available relevant statistical data, community or market feedback. It will become a 20 ideas to start, identify opportunities and selection criteria, then come down to the first scrutiny and see it will become 5 to 6 ideas, prepare for a feasibility study. After feasibility study, then you will come to a conclusion. Then around 2-3 ideas are left. The second decision, select project for a feasibility studies, then do a full feasibility study, then 1 or 2 ideas. The decision is select an idea for business planning, then business planning, then financing comes, then your project starts, and that will become when a Startup India starts move on. Thank you very much, and I open to the question answers. Any questions, Professor? Thank you very much again.
Thank you, sir. Excellent presentation. Really, it's really motivated the participants. It's a very, very informative and very nicely addressed, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. It was really an wonderful session. You have given a good insight on entrepreneurship and startups.
Hello, Soumya.
Yes, sir. I was waiting to start. So thank you so much, sir. I'm sure your guidance will help us a lot. So now, if anyone from the audience has any question, they may post it in the chat box and Navli ma'am will address the question on your behalf. So if you have any, so is it possible to share the PPT? Few attendees are asking.
Yeah, I can share. I think last time also I shared a presentation, and now everything is open, available. I can share my presentation for all your participants. You can give to them whoever wants it.
If anyone have any question, please post it in the chat box.
Navle madam, are you there? Hello.
Yes. Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
we already have received few questions during registration. So first I'll take few questions from there and then we'll move to the chat box. Participant is asking, I am in the grassroots level of my startup. How can I get good investors for the same?
You, as I already told you, you are in the starting. Tell your idea, present your idea to the prospective investors, and show your commitment that how much you can bring from your side. I think you remember once, idea is not only the anybody to come and invest, and they would like to see how serious you are in your idea to invest your own energy and whatever available resources from your side. Show me an idea, a lot of investors, and I given you how many sources of collecting of the money in India, how the startups are coming, and you will definitely get it if your idea is, you can do your self-test for your idea. Is it feasible? It is scalable, it is saleable, and it is a marketable. 5-6 questions yourself you can answer, money automatically will come.
Sir, there's one more question. What are the usual issues faced by new startup investors, and what are your suggestions to solve that issues?
You cannot generalize startup issues, but already we have made a slide there. In the slide, most of the challenges what you are facing, whether it is a product is, there are some 10 points we have mentioned, that what are the, you will get a finance, or your idea is maybe competitive, or your execution is little slow, or your some of the investors has been withdrawn, or your product is, whenever, most of the time idea should not be outdated when you the conceptual to the implementation time. That is one of the thing you have to see, because world is changing now. Previously we call generation is 20 years, 40 years. Now generation to generation time has become less than 10 years. So your idea should be fast, implementation to idea should be the very faster rate.
Okay. Sir, participant is asking how to differentiate our product or service when so many startups are working on the same field.
Product is anything is called in a manufacturing and end product. Service, service is in a service where it can be not defined by any of the item as in a physical form. So everybody is working on an idea. I heard a lot of times, sir, I was thinking an idea. By the time I started, already one company came in different part in the world. I think this is going to happen. This is going to happen. And somebody says, I was having my own idea, sir. Before I kept in my computer, somebody started that company outside. And that my idea has been stolen, or my idea has been copied by somebody. Typical ideas, every younger generation will be thinking, it is very normal. As I said, your idea comes, how fast you implement and how daring you are, and most of the time, how self-confident you are. If you are self-confident in our idea, I think you will be the first man before somebody start the same idea and start work a startup.
Yes, sir. And one more question, that can we be an entrepreneur without investment? or with a less investment?
Yes, you can be definitely as entrepreneur. I showed you a crowdfunding scheme available, and lot of entrepreneurs are coming. You post an idea, you can show your product. Now the world is networked such a way. Your idea is a good, and your product is very wanted. You need not invest anything, but you definitely have to use your intelligence and brain and your hard working time. Then definitely you can be an entrepreneur. And as I said, there are 6 or 7 types of funding. Definitely you can have it. You don't need any money, but you need an idea, and the best idea, and maybe somebody should believe that yours is the best idea.
Yes, sir. So there are many number of questions in chat box, but few I'll take it from there. Participant is asking, sir, is there any scope to start up with rare earth metal in India?
Definitely. I think there is a government in need of rare earth metals. I think this is a very, very most wanted. I think it is a Baba Atomic Research Centers where you are very, very most wanted rare earth metals got a demand. And if he has got an idea, I think he can definitely write and discuss. I can show somebody who is looking for a rare earth metals projects in India.
Thank you, sir. Can I take one more question, sir, if you
Yeah, please.
permit?
Please.
Can India government allow cryptocurrency legal?
I am not a policy maker, but as on today, Indian government says it is not legal. Hope so, but the way things are going on, I don't think it will happen very fast.
I think, sir, it would be great if you could share your.
Soumya,
Yes, sir.
sir, miss, from the student point of view, miss, I'm asking one question that is not related with entrepreneurship, but related with the AISC elected student members. So students are miss, from our branch. Students are asking. So miss, can we start, sir, again that elected student member, that are convener members that is available in ASC committee. So I think from the last 2 years, means that this provision for the students have been cancelled. So students are just requesting you, sir, means during your tenure, means if it is possible to start that. So that is nothing but motivation for students to have the membership in IEA and just express their work at national level.
Yeah, I request you. We have a council meeting on 29th to 31st at Hyderabad now. I think this month. You please send me one request mail to me, and I'll just definitely discuss in a council meeting. We are all favorable for the student community, and especially whatever they need, we will definitely do it. And
Because, sir, that is nothing but
approval.
that is one of the motivation for students to work at national level, sir, and that has been cancelled. So our request is to look into the matter, sir, and try our best for that.
I'm with you, and I'm sure that our council also will accept the proposal. You send me a small note, and we will discuss, and by month ending, we will give a feedback to you.
Okay. And one more thing, sir, during my AIC tenure, I have requested to start the student chapter award at local level, state level also, and some of the best faculty award, then best principal award. Those awards are available in other professional societies. And as our society is the oldest society, a professional society, means we should go for that, and that will be again the motivation for faculty corporate member, as well as some students will. They are not getting chance at national level, but they may get chance at a local level, a local chapter, local center, or you can say state center, sir. So miss, if it is possible, and again there should be an increase in the project funding for the students. So now means we are getting the limited fund, and I think only the one project funding for the one college. So miss, maybe the costing may reduce, but you can just increase the number of sponsorships, so that the student will be again benefited, and the number of scholarships also, sir, that too for income basis students.
Thank you, Professor. I think one point which you are similar thinking this time, most of the time we do only one convention yearly at one
Yeah.
place. Now that time we are mixing with All Indian Technician chapter, but now we decided to have All India student chapters at regional level conclaves we have been sanctioned recently. So first time we have got a funding of to fund all the 4 region level conclaves. When region level conclaves comes, definitely we can have our own award system, own appreciation things, own certification process. I think it will be done, and in future we want. Already we had around 36 applications have come, but now we shortlisted for a 4, and things go well. I think we should do whoever comes forward to see that how we reach Institution of Engineers for all the student centers in India. Funding is concerned, yes, this first time we got a 10 lakh sanction for AIC committee this year. So hope that the funding will increase, then your scholarships or funding projects will definitely will increase.
Yes, yes.
So the two for faculty, best faculty award, best principal award, funding is not required, sir, but just the certificate and a trophy, if it is possible. So that will be a great help for the upcoming institutions. Those are going for NAC and NBA, because NAC and NBA is again, sir, just have there in SAR 20 marks are compulsory. That too for professional societies activities in NAC as well as NBA. So, means if you start such type of awards, sir, again means we can attract more institutions to come towards the Institution of Engineers India.
Thank you for
As I'm working on ground level, sir. That's why means I'm just talking from bottom of my heart, and just means what are the feelings are there from the general colleges. So that I am requesting, sir. And I know that, sir, you are young and dynamic and you can do it, sir. So this is the sincere request from our side, sir. So please look into this matter.
Mavle sir has mentioned to send a note. We'll send appreciating note to sir.
Members, my colleague council members also there, and they are in the seminar now, like Santosh Gupta and Satyanarayan sir. I think 5-6 council members are here. They are listening. I am sure they understand, and we all believe that a largest, biggest society or a oldest professional body, we want to reach out as much possible to, especially for younger generation. I am sure my council members support me when I talk this in my council meeting. And yeah,
yes, thank you. So nice of you.
Thank you. We'll definitely come back. May not be all, but definitely we'll incorporate some of your suggestions. Thank you.
Thank you. Soumya?
Thank you so much, sir, for answering all our questions so well. Also, is it possible for you to share your mail in the chat box? So if anyone's having any questions.
Soumya, I will share with all the. So
sure.
Go ahead.
Now, I would like to call Mrs. V.S. Navle ma'am to kindly propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Soumya.
Soumya's Mutha sir want to say something. Santosh Mutha sir.
I would like to invite Mutha sir to kindly address the session.
Vedant, Miss, can you just unmute Mutha sir?
Yes, sir. I can. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to address this thing. I first of all want to thank my friend Mr. Reddy. He knows the situation in council also, what the situation of funding is there. So I was just smiling. Okay, fine, Nitin. It was a very good suggestion. Before going through, I would like to congratulate Principal Bormane sir for electing a council member for IETI.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so for nice that, I raise my hand, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. So nice
of
you. Thank you.
Soumya, please continue.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to request Mrs. V.S. Navle ma'am to kindly propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Soumya. I, Vaishnavi Navle, Assistant Professor in ENTC Department, on behalf of AISSMS College of Engineering, would like to thank our Honorary Secretary, Shri Maloji Raji Chhatrapati, Governing Council, and Managing Committee members of AISSM Society for their constant support. I extend my gratitude to Dr. N.T. Ranga Reddy sir for guiding us on entrepreneurship, Atmanirbhar Bharat, and startups. Thank you for sharing your valuable time with us, sir. Thanks to council members of Institution of Engineers and corporate members of IEI for making this event grand by their presence. Thanks to Dr. S.M. Ali, Director Membership, IEI India, Kolkata, for his support. Special thanks to IEI, Kolkata. I extend my gratitude to Dr. D.S. Purmani sir, Principal, AISMS College of Engineering, for his inspiration and unconditional support. My sincere thanks to Dr. D.G. Bhalke sir, HOD, ENTC Department, and Coordinator, Mr. N.P. Maure sir, for encouragement in organizing this event. I am thankful to heads of all departments, teaching and non-teaching staff members. I thank all students of organizing committee members for their support. Thanks to all participants for being a part of this event and making it interactive. Thank you, everyone.